Welcome back to another of our daily meditations during the Advent season. And once again, our theme of the day is hope. As Archbishop Desmond Tutu once said, hope is being able to know that there is a light despite all the darkness. Today, for our meditative time, I've chosen the hymn, which is hymn number 672 in the Episcopal hymnal. It's known as O Very God, a Very God, and it's based on our Nicene Creed. So let's take a moment to take a calming breath or two. Become aware of your surroundings around you. Sort of let go of the noise and the hectic busyness that tends to be in our minds at this time of year. O very God of very God, and very light of light, whose feet this earth's dark valley trod, so that it might be bright. Our hopes are weak, our fears are strong. Thick darkness blinds our eyes. Cold is the night. Thy people long that thou, their sun, wouldst rise. And even now, though dull and gray, the east is brightening fast and kindling to the perfect day that never shall be past. O guide us till our path is done, and we have reached the shore, where thou, our everlasting sun, art shining evermore. We wait in faith and turn our face to where the daylight springs, till thou shalt come our gloom to chase with healing in thy wings. What a beautiful poetic description of hope. The lyricist of this particular hymn is John M. Neal. And the biographical description that's on the website hymnary.org, I think very well states that his life is a study in contrast, both born into an evangelical home and yet having sympathies toward Rome. In perpetual ill health, he was incredibly productive. Of scholarly temperament, he devoted much of his time to improving social conditions in his area. Often ignored or despised by his contemporaries, he is lauded today for his contributions to the church and hymnody. Neal's gifts came to expression early. He won the Stettonian Prize for Religious Poetry 11 times while he was still a student at Trinity College, Cambridge, England. He was ordained to the Church of England in 1842, but his health and his strong support of the Oxford movement kept him from ordinary parish ministry. So, Neal spent the years between 1846 and 1866, 2 whole decades, as a warden of Sackville College in East Grinstead, a retirement home for poor men. While he was there, he served the men faithfully and expanded Sackville's ministry to indigent women and orphans. He also founded the Sisterhood of St. Margaret, which became one of the finest English training orders for nurses. Now, this description makes it apparent that Neal had to have hope hope for himself, and hope for the people he served. And he brought that great hope with him to those who were living in these depressed situations. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And that particular scripture reading comes from the prophet Jeremiah. And so I'll leave you today with a few of our pondering questions that you may want to carry in your heart as the day goes on today. The first one I have is, in this meditation, hope is offered as being the opposite of fear. How does that resonate with you? Does it feel like they are two opposing forces and that one can be used to combat the other? What might it mean to you to wait in faith? And finally, a little bit of an additional meditative exercise. Take a few moments to immerse yourself in the description in that hymn. Close your eyes and imagine what it might feel like to be in the dark and cold, maybe sitting outside on a cold beach or in a forest setting, somewhere where you're outside and can feel the cold. And then imagine the sun slowly rising. You can just see the light through your eyelids, and then begin to feel the warmth on your skin. And as that light rises and that warmth comes more and more to you, how does it change your outlook on your days ahead? Thank you once again for joining me for our daily meditation. I hope this meditation is helpful to you and helps you to get through this busy season of Advent. And so until tomorrow when we get together again, take care and may God continue to bless.